Thursday's baseball highlights, including the A's hosting Toronto. Eric Chavez, grand slam home run. The A's beat the Jays 5-3. Cardinals and Rockies. A's, winners of 4 straight, hosting the Blue Jays. Roy Halladay, a great start, much like 2003 when he won the Cy Young. Here they are, first 11 starts. We compare the 2 years. He's actually better this year than he was in 2003 when he won the AL Cy Young, so a good start. In the game now, facing Jason Kendall. Gets him. Halladay gave up 1 run on 6 hits and 7. He struck out 6. Gets former Red Sox great Scott Hatteberg there to win the first. Bottom 4, Dan Johnson with 2 men on. That's a 4-6-3. That's what pitchers love, the double play ball. Runner on third for Bobby Crosby, the next hitter. And Halladay gets out of it. Ends the inning. Bottom 6, Eric Chavez up against Halladay. He can't do a whole lot with it. Blue Jays win this one 6-2. They snap the A's 4-game winning streak. Frank Catalano, 4 for 4, including his first home run since April.
Jays and the A's in Oakland. Joe Blanton still looking to get into the wins column as a major leaguer. Not getting it done. Top of the third, 2 outs. Blue Jays up 2-0. Vernon Wells. Eric Chavez with the diving stop down to third baseline. Bottom of the 6th, 2 outs. Runner at first. Eric Burns facing Ted Lilly. Deep to left and gone. A 2-run shot. Lilly continuing to struggle on the road. 0-4 away from home. Bottom of the 7th, same score. 2nd and 3rd, Nick Swisher. Base hit up the middle. Russ Adams. Nice diving stop, but throws it away. Scored a single and an error and give the A's the win. 5-2 the final score. Blanton, his first big league victory.
Yeah, this is Aaron Hill, the Jays' first trip ever to Wrigley. Oh, really? Let's meet Aaron Hill, 2003, 13th overall pick by the Blue Jays. He was the 2004 Futures Game MVP. Entering Monday, Hill was hitting .351, 14 ribbies through 16 Major League Baseball games.
It's an impressive resume.
Definitely. Would it continue? Top of the first, 2 on, 2 out. John Karanka facing Hill. Hill. Up the middle, Vernon Wells comes in to score. Hill's 15th RBI of the year. If you were paying attention at the top of the highlight, Blue Jays lead 1-0. 2 on, top of the 2nd, Karanka facing Reed Johnson. Johnson, that's real pudding. A 3-run home run. Johnson's 5th home run of the year. And just like that, at Wrigley, Blue Jays are up 4-0. Bottom 3, Derek Lee strikes out.
Choke getting an opportunity to get a save here.
Belted to left, and that is Wells' stroke. Backing up and watching it is Wells, and that is a solo home run. Aramis Ramirez. Up the middle, this might be 2. McDonald steps on the bag, and that will do it. The pump fist from Batista, and the Jays will win the ball game.
Wow, the double play helped out the Jays big tonight.
In a big way.
The Blue Jays and Cubs. Dusty Baker's Cubs, the most cursed team in the majors at the moment. In between innings, what do you know? Is that a black cat? Yes, it is.
Sure.
It's not the first time a black cat has appeared. You're right on it. Let's flash back. 1969, the Black Cat jump in onto the field at Shea Stadium. Cubs against the Mets. Cubs would blow the division.
It was originally called an error on Aramis Ramirez. A slicing drive down the right field line. Fair ball. And the Blue Jays will get on the board first as Johnson scores. Rios held at third. It's a double for Vernon Wells. Bat kids, send your name, age, address, phone number. We'll get back to that in a second as Michael Barrett with a home run. Leadoff homer, and it's now 2-1.
This guy.
Actually, I think he is.
Is he really?
Believe it or not.
I'll be darned.
What I heard. Nafy backpedaling. Patterson with a catch, and they're going to hold Johnson. Now he's going to try to score as it's airmailed over Barrett. Boy, that hurts. Johnson was not even going to attempt to score, but then the throw got over everybody. Hollingsworth to right field, and it looks like it's deep enough. Rios with the catch. Ramirez will score, and it's tied 3-3. Hollingsworth getting it done again. On one base hit. And Hillenbrand is going to score. So it's 4-3. Talked about how Aaron Hill hasn't missed on too many RBI chances. Not in this series. in the hole, base hit. Here comes a throw by Hollingsworth, and it's late. So Ullman getting to first late on the infield hit by Catalinato ends up biting him.
What will happen Tuesday?
Bartman's not in there anymore.
No, he's not.
Right.
Michael Barrett against Jason Frazier. Barrett, 2 homers in this game. That's his 7th. That puts Chicago within 1, 5-4. Top 9, Alex Rios against Michael Wirtz. Man on second, Rios. That'll work. Eric Hinsky scores on a throwing error by Nefi Perez. Blue Jays now 2 for 2 at Wrigley. 6-4 the final, and the Black Cat strikes again.
Easy play as Hillenbrand touches first, and the Blue Jays have won the first 2 games of this series. The Cubs struggling in interleague play. 1-4 through the first 5 games.
In my eyes, making it a productive out.
Fair ball for Mitre. Collinsworth will trot home Mitre on his way to second with his first career RBI. Boy, what a start to this one for Mitre. Hasn't given up anything on the mound, and he just ripped a double into the left field corner. The 0-2 up the middle and into center. Mitre will score. Patterson with a 2-out RBI single on an 0-2 pitch. And it's 2-0.
Wednesday, number 10, Blue Jays, Cubs. Aaron Hill, a tremendous catch over there. Let's see that one more time. But the Cubs won the game 2-0 at Wrigley.
Roger Clemens getting the start for Houston against visiting Toronto. Clemens won 2 Cy Youngs when he was nesting with the Blue Jays. He's never won a Gold Glove in 21 seasons, so let's let him flash some leather. Eric Hinsky, the grounder. Lance Berkman, the toss to Clemens. Clemens cuts off Hinsky for the out. Take another look. The arrow's Clemens' gloves. He has the ball, and then we go spot shadow. Clemens tags Hinsky before Hinsky's foot hits the bag. See, that's good.
That's a nice play.
That's good, yeah. Clemens nursing a 1-0 lead, top 4, and Greg Zahn, grounder down the line. Clemens going to take it himself. He dives and makes the play. Clemens, 7 innings, 7 strikeouts, 1 run. But Brad Lidge blew the save and cost Clemens the win. Bottom 9, game tied, 2 on, 2 outs. Morgan Ensberg, 3-0 pitch. Get out off Miguel Batista. Astros win it 6-3.
Astros, Roy Oswald's 5-1 at home. 2.57 ERA. Said on the baseball show on ESPN Radio, it's really not that much of a hitter's park. He plays true. He got Eric Hinsky. He could be playing in the Little League. Oswald did.
He did?
He did.
Wow.
Look at his numbers at home.
Did you see that swing?
Jason Lane. He chooses not to watch.
Hitting where that ball landed.
1-zip, all the run support that guy would need. Vernon Wells to short. Adam Everett, tough play.
Whatever he's doing is working, and that is a beautiful play. And you talk about your demo.
First baseman stretching. Apparently he watched and he learned something.
2 down, Oswald. Minute Maid Park. They lasted less than 2 hours as far as minutes go. An hour 55, in fact. An hour and 50. The 4th quickest game of the season. 7th to last under 2. Not seeing Willie Tavares, who extends his hitting streak to 9 games. And those Blue Jays, sort of a seesaw season.
Roy Halladay entered Monday's game with 149 forced groundouts, leading the American League, and he was at it again. Shea Hillenbrand had a busy day. Halladay, that ball sinking and curving. Hillenbrand saw a lot of action at third base. Halladay, the 2003 American League Cy Young Award winner, pitching like that again this year. He's getting everybody, Pujols included. Check out the top playing nominee. Hinsky, nice. Hillenbrand, nice. Top of the 8th, does it again. He induces 13 Cardinals to ground out. 5th complete game. He's 10-3, and the Blue Jays win 4-1. But back to the States. GMC Diamond Cutter time, talking about
the age of 38, still playing Major League Baseball, and he crushes this one into center field. Wells going back, and it's gone. Larry Walker, in what very well could be his final 2 games here in Canada, goes deep. And it's 2-0 Cardinals. And Reggie Sanders hits this one high in the air, deep left field, has a chance. Catalinato back, and the Cardinals have gone back-to-back. And it's 3-0 St. Louis. Reggie Sanders with home run number 13. RBI number 31. The Cardinal fans like it here in Toronto.
That game. Cardinals and Blue Jays. Chris Carpenter returning to Toronto for the first time as a Cardinal, and boy was he in control. Gets Frank Catalanato on a check swing. Vernon's got prospects, but Vernon Wells not bona fide. In the second inning, Carpenter dealing to Shea Hillenbrand, no chance. And Eric Hinske would become his 4th straight strikeout, and then Aaron Hill would become his 5th after this. What did Carpenter have working here?
Well, he had everything working. He had the breaking ball going, a little two-seam fastball, running it away from the lefties, as you see right there, to look like the O-Dog.
It was indeed Orlando Hudson. Carpenter, no-hitter through 3.
He has a great defense behind him, and he uses it.
Use a little offense. Already up 3-0 in the 5th. Larry Walker with a man aboard. A 2-run job.
That may keep him from talking about retiring another day.
That's clearly Canadian.
On legs, too.
The second of the game, Cardinals up 5-0, and Carpenter in the 6th with that no-hitter intact gets the O-Dog again. 2 outs in the inning. Next man is Russ Adams. Adams run down the right field line for the double. That breaks up the no-hitter. The other flirting with no-hitters that we saw on this night with Mussina and Wells also broken up with 2 outs in an inning.
And Carpenter both lost them on balls hit over first base.
That's true. We continue to pull the thread together. Albert Pujols with a man aboard with some more cushion. His 16th home run makes it 7-0 St. Louis. Carpenter, 2 outs, trying to finish off the one-hitter, and he gets Reed Johnson to ground out to third. Carpenter throws the shutout, walked only 1 guy, and struck out 10. Cardinals beat the Blue Jays 7-0. Carpenter wins his 9th game of the season with a splendid return to Toronto. Of course, he was a Blue Jay, had some arm trouble.
By Florida, 15-5. Not a good day for the Cardinals either. Orlando Hudson, a 2-run homer off Jason Marquis, his 4th of the year. And the Blue Jays beat St. Louis 5-2. Number 5, Cardinals, Blue Jays. Orlando Hudson does a great job getting to this ground ball, but then he just get, you got to get to it, and then you got to gather it. It's the getting and the gathering. That's
Toronto hosting Milwaukee. Carlos Lee. Oh, power is the ultimate aphrodisiac. Hit a 3-run homer off Roy Halladay as the Brewers win it.
How are they in last place?
It's a good question. Number 4, this is a sweet play by the pitcher, Towers, with the glove. Awareness, that's court awareness.
Well, the only play he had, 3rd.
Number 4, Brewers and Blue Jays Sunday. Lyle Overbay up the middle. Russ Adams overthrows it, overruns it, and then overthrows it. A double error on the play. Yay. But he hit him in the foot, so he goes back, and then 1 ball and no strikes.
The Orioles taking on the Blue Jays in Toronto. Bottom first, no score. Vernon Wells returning to Toronto after his wife gave birth to their 2nd child over the weekend. And this one's for the baby. Here in the first. 3-run shot for Wells, his 14th of the season, 3-0 Blue Jays. Wells came in hitting .220 with runners in scoring position. Top 4, said Lily gets Sammy Sosa swinging. Lily finished with a season-high 10 Ks and 7 innings of work. Jays win it 11.
Meanwhile, the division-leading Orioles were in Toronto. How about Geronimo Gil? We saw Ortiz hit 2 home runs in a game. How about Geronimo Gil? It's off Scott Downs, first of his 2 on the night. Orioles are up 8-4. Numbers 3 and 4 on the year for Geronimo Gil. Top 8, Melvin Mora, and this looks bad. Mora would be a big loss. He's hitting .305, 14 homers, 46 RBIs. It's a strained right hamstring. Mora said, "It's hurt. I knew right away something is wrong." Orioles win in Toronto 9-5. Blue Jays former Red Sox great Shea Hillenbrand to 3rd. Melvin Mora with a nice play, but later in this game, Mora would strain his hamstring, and he said it hurt right away. He knew something was wrong. Does not look good for Melvin Mora as far as his hammy. But
games going into Wednesday. O's in Toronto to face the Jays, picking up top 4. Tied at 1, Rafael Palmeiro thinks it's a good time for a home run. Off Pete Walker, Palmeiro was 10th of the year, and Baltimore up 2-1. Number 561 for his career. He's 2 shy of Reggie Jackson now for 9th all time. Shea Hillenbrand up with 1 out, bases loaded in the 5th. Chopper. Miguel Tejada gets the force at 2nd, but Brian Roberts unable to get Hillenbrand out at 1st, so Orlando Hudson scores to tie it at 2. After an Aaron Hill walk, loaded the bases again. Watch Daniel Cabrera on the mound. We made it real easy for you to watch.
How can you miss him?
He appears to rock back in his motion. Umpire nails him for the ball. Russ Adams will score. Blue Jays takes a 3-2 lead. We go back to May 8th of this year. Steve Klein on the mound for the O's. Runners on 2nd and 3rd in the tie game with the Royals. Klein got called for the balk. And Baltimore suffers a 3-2 loss in a Boston win on Wednesday. Their lead in the AL East down to a single game now.
Division-leading Orioles in Toronto. Facing Roy Halladay, whom Baltimore had beaten twice already this season. Top 3 gets Miguel Tejada with 2 on in a big spot. Then Halladay gets Sammy, who was 0 for 4. And Larry Bigby, he goes down. He's looking like a Cy Young winner. David Newhand. Roy Halladay, dazzling. Top 6, Rafael Palmeiro. Aaron Hill comes up with a great diving play. Halladay allowed just 2 runs on 7 hits and 8. He struck out 8. And the Blue Jays beat the Orioles 6-2. Halladay gets to 11-4 this year.
That lead's getting skinned.
All right, this used to be Canada's interleague series before the Expos moved to Washington, so we take the bus down to RFK, Blue Jays and Nationals. And we got W and Condi in the house. They got good seats. Top 2, they must know somebody. The O-Dog, 5-4-3. I understand he's to be involved in the game. Esteban Loaiza, out of a jam. He worked 6 scoreless. Bottom 2, Loaiza into the left field corner. Vinny Castilla scores. They wave Junior Spivey as well. It's a double for Esteban Loaiza, and he gives himself a 2-0 lead. Chad Cordero on to close. He converted his last 20 save ops. 3-0 in the 9th. Alex Rios to left, and here comes Marlon Byrd. Cordero's 24th save. That's tops in the major leagues. The Nationals win 3-0. They've won 11 in a row at home. Oh, this used to be Canada's interleague series, and now in the interest of international relations, it's in RFK. Nationals looking for their 12th straight win at home, hosting the Blue Jays. Livan Hernandez, 9-0 in his last 12 starts. Russ Adams right back at you. Hernandez went 7 1/3. Gave up just 2 runs on 7 hits. Bottom 2, Brad Wilkerson. The O-Dog, Orlando Hudson, the scoop of the flip to Arakinski. That's a top play nominee. So is this. Top 4, 4-0 Nats. Arakinski, Marlon Byrd coming on. And Marlon Byrd sticks the landing. Top 7, Frank Catalanato. Down the left field line. He's going to try to stretch this into 2, but Byrd is there with a tremendous scoop and throw. Washington wins 5-2 on only 6 hits. Hernandez gets his 10th straight decision. Washington has won 12 straight at home, and then Byrd gets the pie in the face. Thanks for joining us here in the postgame show. Livan Hernandez, 10-0 in his last 13 starts, has not lost since April 19th. With 11 wins on the season, he has tied his total from all of last season. Hernandez's 10-game winning streak is the longest by an Expo/National starting pitcher since Kirk Reeder had a 10-game streak spanning the 93 and 94 seasons.
Blue Jays Nationals, DC's ball club on a roll of 12 straight home wins. Clearly it's nice just to, have a home. Top 5, Jays down 2-1, Orlando Hudson. That's a solo jack. His 5th of the year. We're tied at 2. All right, later, same inning, same score, bases Chuck, Shea Hillenbrand. He's going to shoot one the other way. Now, this is going to be a ground rule double. Generally, they hop over the fence. This one sort of got stuck down there. Jose Guillen said, I ain't going under there. Could be a snake. Bottom 7, 2 runners on. Nationals down 5-3. Vinny Castilla still raking after all these years. Junior Spivey will score. Nick Johnson will score. And we are tied at 5. But we go to the 8th. Still 5-5. Orlando Hudson again. You know what? He's not settling for 1 home run. Never settle.
Never, ever settle.
Never, ever settle. Get eat. His 6th homer of the year. Blue Jays are winning at 9-5. Hudson finishes 2 for 5 with 3 rips. Jays Rays. Doc Halladay trying to make it a dozen wins on the season. Bottom 9. Halladay facing Johnny Gomes with 2 out, 2 on. Tied 1-1. And how about that? Gets him swinging. So he goes 9, but a no decision. 7 hits, that 1 earned run. Bottom 10, 2 on. Julio Lugo flips it to left. Eric Munson going to tag Gabe Gross in as a defensive replacement, showing that college quarterback arm. He's got him. Ken Huckabee, nice job of guarding the dish. One more time we look at it, Huckabee, top play nominee. That's right. Get over there. Hand, dish, not happening. Tag, we go to the 11th. Easy call there. Top 11, John McDonald, 2 outs. Hits the shortstop Lugo in the hole, makes the long throw. McDonald hustling, beats it out. Aaron Hill scores. Luke Piniella going to come out and argue that one. Travis Lee thought he had him. Jays go up 2-1. Spot shadow, foot, ball. Yeah, I think he is safe there. Blue Jays go back to their hotel, a winner 3-1, and Lou, he just go back to screaming. He's not happy.
Rays, Blue Jays looking to take this series against Tampa. 2 on. Blue Jays up 2-0. Russ Adams. Adams goes big air off of Mark Hendrickson. Adams 2 for 4, 5 RBIs, a career high, 6th homer of the year. Josh Towers on the mound for the Jays, 0-6 in his last 7 starts, but Towers was money against Kevin Cash, getting him looking. Cash was 0 for 4. Towers wins the war against Aubrey Huff. Towers had a no-hitter through 6 1/3, goes 7 Ks, 2 hits allowed, 1 earned run. Blue Jays with a big 12-3 victory.